AI is the art of teaching machines through mathematics. Welcome back, guys. Hope you all are doing good. Today, we are going to discuss about eigenvectors and eigenvalues and their applications into AI. And by end of today's video, you should have the grasp of these concepts and stay tuned till end of this video to know more about it, to explore more about it. Without delay, guys, let us start. So, let us start with our concepts, guys. So what is the eigenvalue, guys? Eigenvalue is something to understand the behavior of a linear transformation. And what is a linear transformation? When we are saying that we are transforming a matrix, a n cross n matrix into a vector format. And what are the vectors? All our data sets in our whole data science journey, even in machine learning, in AI, every data is getting presented as a vector format because vector is nothing but it is a coordinates. These are nothing but the values, the coordinates, x and y values, right? Now, plane. Then, again, it is scalar value, and to determine eigenvector, these values are used, right? And whenever we are multiplying with like this eigenvector, right? It is always getting stretched to the same direction. It is like unlike the other vectors, if we take a normal vector, right, it is not be the case. Take this example. How your normal vector is going to be. So this is your vector, right? Normal vector. Take this is normal vector. Think about that this plane has changed its direction like this. Now, this plane has changed its direction, right? And based on that direction, my vector is going to be changed. So this is a normal vector's behavior. But when we are changing the plane, it is not going to be changed like this, but however, it is going to be squeezed like this. In case of like this, you can see how like it is just going to be squeezed, and this vector, whichever is there, it is going to be increase the length. So previously it was here, now it is here. So this length, this whole length is going to be your eigenvalue. Eigenvalue. Right? And this vector, this whole vector is called a eigenvector. Right? Similarly, we have various applications for these eigenvalues. Like we are determining in so many areas, which is nothing but for image processing, for machine learning, for network analysis, for diagnosing matrices, like we are transforming the matrices, right? In all those areas, we are using eigenvalue. Similarly, eigenvector, what is eigenvector there? I have already explained you there, right? These are the special type of vectors which are used to transform and to scale. You want to scale those matrices and you want to convert them to vectors, you can use that. And this eigenvector is always presented in this format, guys. So you can say A, B, or A minus lambda I, or A minus lambda I equal to 0. This should be your formula. This should be your formula. So what is I here? It's an identity matrix. Lambda is your eigenvalue. A is your matrix. So to determine eigenvalue or eigenvector, we are using this formula. And you can see one example here I have shown how if we are multiplying two matrices, in real how eigenvector is behaving. See, it just squeezed, like my diameter is increased here, right? My diameter of the circle is increased. So this is considered, this is a plane. We're watching from top, and this got changed because the angle is changed. The direction of the transformation is changed. However, but the direction or the eigenvector direction is still same, but it increased. So it is getting added up. It is not going to change the direction. It is just going to add up whatever the value we are getting every time. And it will just increase in the same direction. Let's go to the steps of determining eigenvalues, right? So this is one matrix, guys, 1, 5, 2, 4. This is a 2 cross 2 matrix. How many columns, how many rows are there? We have 2 rows and 2 columns. And like I have already mentioned, this is the formula, right? A minus lambda I. What we have to do? We have to get the vector which will be in this format. This is a vector format. This is again one more format. So that is a column format and this is a row format. So you can see I have taken this matrix. I have multiplied lambda with identity matrix. Again, how identity matrix 3 cross 3 identity matrix is getting presented, guys? This is how 0 1 0 0 0 1, right? Similarly 4 cross 4. So diagonally the values will always be 1. Diagonally the values will always stay 1. That is what the identity matrix. And what is a diagonal? This is your diagonal. This is one diagonal, right? Any direction which is in this way is called diagonal. Then we are multiplied. After multiplied, we have got 1 minus lambda, 2, 5, 4 minus lambda. And I have already explained you the multiplication. Practice for once and you will be able to catch hold of these things. Then I am getting, like after all those calculations, I am getting lambda equal to 6 and lambda equal to 1. So what are these two values? These are my eigenvector values. Now for each eigenvector, what I have to do? I need to determine the eigenvalue. So this is what my eigenvalue getting presented here, right? This is your eigenvalue, this is your eigenvector, correct? Now let us see. Whatever A B equal to lambda B, right? We have presented. Now the A B minus lambda B equal to 0, right? And by default, guys, always the lambda is getting associated with the identity matrix. Always. This is a formula. So if we'll take A, what is the value we got? We have 1, right? And we are replacing the matrix, whatever matrix we have, the lambda value, the first value we are replacing, right? The first value is 6. We have replaced that to 6. Then 2 here. Take this example. Take this example and replace it everything with 6 into what is our vector, guys? We have taken AB, right? This is our vector. Here we have taken the vector. Now we are multiplying it again, like we are solving this and we are getting this equation. This is a linear equation 5a minus 2. How this linear equation getting presented, guys? A, B, 2, 5. Correct? If we'll take A divided by B, how it is going to be? 2 by 5. And the same thing we are presenting here, right? Now similarly you can determine for minus 1, and this is a homework. Take this, replace this, like the matrix should be like this. 1 minus 1, 5, 2, 4 minus 1. So here minus minus is going to become plus. So like that and calculate. But what we are getting the matrix? 0, 2, 5, 5. And you need to multiply it with A into B, or like AB, that vector. You need to multiply and you need to calculate the value. So take this as a homework and work on it. Practice. I have shown you for one. Try it once so you will not miss it. You will just learn it. So in the previous steps we understood eigenvector and how to calculate eigenvector and eigenvalue. Now let us see what is the eigen decomposition. See, what is eigen decomposition? That's when you are processing, like when you're processing the matrix into its canonical form. What is a canonical form? Canonical form means anything which is there in a plane, like from 3D space to a plane, representing in a terms of eigenvalues and eigenvectors. So again, this decomposition is getting utilized in all machine learning approaches. Like I have already discussed, one of the important concepts for dimensional reductions are nothing but principal component analysis. There we are breaking down the matrix into simpler format of vectors, right? Similarly, eigen decomposition is the fundamental step for finding out eigenvectors and eigenvalues based on the covariance of matrix. So what is the covariance of matrix? I have taken one. This is one example. How your covariance. See, this is a axis, red x-axis and y-axis, and this is based on the variance. Like these are my data, right? The dots you are seeing are my data sets, or you can say in terms of vectors, right? So this line is our, you can say, is our mean line, and on the data should always be variated, or the data should always be spread in around that line only, just to so that you will understand, okay, that machine is learning it in a better way, right? If this kind of scatterness is there, right, then that means the data is not transformed properly, and that needs more work. And this is one example. This one is your strong negative correlation. It's the opposite, like the negative correlation. It is not a positive. This is your positive and this is your negative correlation. And this is a weak negative correlation, moderate negative correlation, and here no correlation. Like there is no mean line, nothing in the initial stage of the data. Right? Now let us see the next. And this is one example here I have shown how this decomposition works. See, this is a plane, right? This is a plane, and this is how my vector, like this is how my vectors are presented, right? Now I am twisting it to some direction, and now this become twisted and it is into that direction. Now I am adding the eigenvalues and eigenvectors, and I am transforming it into this format finally. So finally this become like, just draw it, I think. So finally my this shape becomes this shape, right? Based on the behavior of the data. Based on the behavior of the data. And eigen decomposition is a process to determine those kind of things. And again, we don't know, guys, how those machines think. Because our job is to give inputs, and how those are acting inside. This is how you will learn. You just need to imagine everything, how those things are happening, how those transformations are, how those data are changing angles, how those are presented by different planes. Those things you have to imagine. And again, guys, we have something called like there are various applications of this eigen again we are using in our, see, these concepts, right, most specifically are used for this image decomposition or image analysis, right? Those things, it is the recommender system we are using, feature extractions, feature engineering, all those things, principal component analysis of your machine learning, in all those parts we are using this concept. That is why I have covered these things, so that you will get a good hold of or some idea when we'll go ahead and understand those concepts, right? So yeah, that is all, guys. We will understand more on our upcoming sections, so stay tuned. Thank you. That is all, guys, for today. We will go over on data visualization and statistical concepts. After that, we will start with our data science libraries. Then That's all, guys. And stay tuned to this channel. Start subscribing, like, share your comments, provide your feedback, share it with your friends. See you. Bye till that time.